happens to be right across the village of Tuckahoe Police Department. And guess what? It's no coincidence. There's no cameras. 2 have been sent to the hospital, but their conditions are unknown at this time. That's according to the Westchester County Police Department. As you can see, there are hundreds of people here today for March for Our Lives. If you take a look at the crowd, they're all here fighting for one common cause, to fight against gun violence. People are holding signs, some saying enough is enough. The line bikes are pretty easy to use. You simply use your phone, you unlock it, and then hop on like I'm about to do. Now, it's been a while since I've ridden a bike, so bear with me. But once you hop on, you can ride to New York City. In breaking, Joseph Percoco, the former aide of Governor Cuomo, has been found guilty on 3 charges and not guilty on 3 other charges. But Percoco's lawyer says there was an inconsistency in the verdict. As you can see behind me, crews have been here all morning working to restore power as quick as possible. The elderly man was transported to Jacoby Medical Center being treated for burns and other injuries. And the firefighter is also being treated for minor injuries. Well, Katie, the annual Easter egg hunt may have been canceled in Central Park, but that has not stopped family and friends from coming out here today and doing their own picnics. As you can see, this family right behind me doing their own picnic and even doing their own Easter egg hunt on Easter. Take a look just to give you a comparison. The tree was so massive, it was even bigger than the tree standing next to it. Did practice on that swing a little bit out here on the golf course, but hundreds of people are out here today, and some of those faces you may recognize. Exciting day today. People are here to support you. How do you feel?
I feel great. It's amazing day.
Good evening. Well, the wind gust continues to pick up and the snow continues to fall. There's about 7 inches of snow on the ground right now. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Les saludo Jessica Vallejo. Esta noche comenzamos con una caliente nota. Un incendio en el Parque Big Ben ha dignificado más de 750 acres. On Manville Road and Wheeler Ave, you're allowed to park at the meter for up to an hour. Some meters read 1/4 for 20 minutes and others say 1/4 for 30 minutes. But when you look at the clock, all of them give you 20 minutes.
Certainly is unfair and frankly typical of all of Westchester with the money grab. Here they're telling you one thing, that you're getting 30 minutes for a quarter and we're getting 20 minutes for a quarter. So typical of all our towns, just pure money grab. People have reported to Fios One News that they are getting shortchanged, losing 10 cents.
I put in the quarter and all you get is 20 minutes. Something's wrong here.
So we put it to the test with a resident of Pleasantville, Chris Zielek. We put the quarter in the meter that read 25 cents for 30 minutes and only got 20 minutes. Zielek tells us this is unfair to people.
And they're not getting what they're paying for. And you could possibly get a ticket if you show up 25 minutes and you're expecting 30.
But in the middle of our interview with Zielek, a parking enforcement attendant approached Zielek, at first saying he was incorrect.
20 minutes for each quarter. It's not the only one. Oh yeah, there's another one over here.
Yeah, all right, I'll tell him.
The parking enforcement attendant realized there is a problem, saying she will report the issue to officials.
Maybe they should lower them so short people can read and see what's inside here. The meter maid couldn't even see it.
We reached out to Mayor Pleasantville, Peter Scheer. He said in a statement to us, quote, "I have not heard of this issue before, but can assure you that we'll review it and fix anything that is not working right." And in this slot, right across from the meters, there's also been similar complaints of people not receiving the correct change from this machine. People at Pleasantville hoping something will be done soon. In Pleasantville, Jessica Vallejo, Fios One News. Judy Huberall has been sentenced to 2 years in federal court, and that's after she pled guilty to wire fraud and even begged for mercy in court.
To the community, anything you want to say to the community? No questions, guys.
Judy Huberall refused to say any comment after walking out of the White Plains federal courthouse with her 2 sons by her side, just moments after receiving her sentence of 2 years in federal prison, followed by 3 years of probation.
Brought her dinners, brought her flowers, checked in, had a constant text exchange with her about how she was feeling, and she would lie as well to me. The blood counts were this and how terrible she felt. She worked it.
Huberall was accused of telling the world, including her 2 sons and community members of Ardsley, that she was dying of leukemia and only had 18 months to live. She even held fundraisers and set up GoFundMe pages, collecting $51,000. The scheme lasted over a year.
She's a phony. She's a fraud.
In court, Huber's lawyer, Jason Sir, sought a significant reduction, pointing her lack of criminal record and even said she had a personality disorder. Huber begging for mercy in front of the U.S. District Judge Vincent Brissetti. But the judge rejected Huber's bid for just a year and a day in prison. Robert Wooden, who helped raise $16,000 for Huber's fundraiser, says she really affected not just hundreds, but really affected her 2 children.
How it affected us as a community is just horrible. I mean, think about everybody here that's been affected by cancer. So that in itself hurts. Then there's kids involved. That hurts. Now, how horrible do we feel because this woman should be dying in 18 months and she's going to leave 2 kids behind? Or she's not really dying, but the kids are still impacted.
Now, Huber will be behind bars August 27th and is expected to turn herself in. She is also expected to pay back in full the $51,000. In White Plains, Jessica Vallejo, FiOS News.
I thought I was done. I thought we were done. I thought it was under control.
1,000 miles away from home, 2 brothers are paddling on a mission to save lives.
I don't even know where I'm at. I think it's Gessner and I-10 area somewhere. I know the pulse of Houston, and right now it's so quiet. It's so silent. It just puts such nasty raw feeling in your stomach.
Michael Morehouse and Anthony Chavez live in Minnesota. They returned to their hometown of Houston when they saw the devastation of Hurricane Harvey, even buying a boat to bring with them. And on a usually busy avenue in Houston, they're not walking, but paddling in contaminated water nearly 10 feet deep.
Everybody that lives here, their lives are on hold, stopped. There's nothing they can do to change their life right now, not one thing. They can just sit back and watch. And until this clears up, I mean, that's just the beginning.
For several days, all hands are on deck, putting every ounce into rescue efforts. And on this night, I rode along one of their life-saving missions as they assisted officials in search of people stranded in cars and homes. So you're taking a look right through my phone right now. We're on a boat in a major road right here in Houston. It's completely flooded. It looks like a lake. Now the only way to get around here is on a boat.
This right here, I hope I never have to experience something like this because it makes you it shows you what's important real quick. Being able to open your eyes every day and just appreciate life, because being able to hug your loved ones, it just takes something from you that you can't ever get back.
But with every stroke taken against the current, Chavez and Morehouse slowly bringing back the pulse of Houston.
And I just wanted to tell everybody, like, it's gonna get better. It's gonna be hard. We're just making sure that we can just do what we can, and this is what we can do right now.